What if I told you the pickup truck game is about to be completely destroyed by a truck you've probably never heard of? Forget everything you think you know about Ford, Toyota, and Nissan. While everyone's been fighting over the same old players, there's a beast coming from the other side of the world that's about to make American trucks look overpriced and underpowered, the Mahindra Pik-Up 2025. No, I didn't mispronounce anything. And no, this isn't some cheap knockoff trying to please everyone. This Indian monster has one mission: to prove it doesn't need your approval. Here's the part that'll blow your mind. This truck costs half the price of a Toyota Tacoma, but delivers more torque than a Ranger. We're talking about a turbo diesel engine, transfer case, 4x4 capability, solid rear axle, built to conquer mountains, not mall parking lots. And get this, all of this engineering madness for under $29,000. Can you believe it? This little giant might be the market's best-kept secret, but not for much longer. Many people might laugh at the name Mahindra simply because they don't know better. But trust me, this pickup truck is ready to change everything you thought you knew about what a real work truck should be. It's time you got to know this machine inside and out, because it's not just going to challenge the status quo, it has what it takes to dethrone the big brands. When you hear Mahindra, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Maybe some mystical Indian goddess name or something along those lines? But let me tell you something crucial. You won't see this brand in expensive commercials or luxury showrooms. And while it's not a household name for everyone, what few people realize is that Mahindra has been in the business of building genuine mechanical beasts for over 75 years. From tractors to military vehicles, we're not talking about some Chinese startup still trying to find its place in the market. Mahindra is a global giant with presence in more than 100 countries. Their Scorpio model alone has sold over 900,000 units, and in places like South Africa, India, and Latin America, Mahindra is already synonymous with toughness and durability. Here in the heart of the countryside, on broken roads, or climbing mountains, Mahindra has already proven what really matters. It doesn't need flashy marketing campaigns or manufactured luxury appeal. What this brand needs are extreme conditions, mud, and a driver who isn't afraid of a challenge. And here's something important. The Mahindra Global Pik-Up 2025 isn't coming to ask for your approval or win your sympathy. This truck comes with one single mission: to dominate. The first thing you notice is that aggressive front grille shaped like fangs, looking ready to bite through anything that gets in its way. This isn't just design, this is pure attitude, accompanied by massive fender flares that look like genuine armor plating and a square, rugged design that looks more like it came from a military vehicle than a city pickup truck. At 5.4 meters long and nearly 1.9 meters tall, the Mahindra commands attention wherever it goes. And if you thought the design was the best part, wait until you see what's under the hood. With ground clearance so impressive, you can cross ditches, rocks, rivers, and all kinds of difficult terrain without a single centimeter of this machine touching the ground. No smooth curves of modern vehicles or chrome just to impress on Instagram. This pickup is pure steel muscle, and if you think that ruggedness stays on the exterior, think again. It comes with real protective plates, not those fake plastic ones that are just for show. This model wasn't designed for you to take a photo and upload it to your social media. The Mahindra Global Pik-Up 2025 was created to get beaten up, get muddy, overcome any obstacle, and keep moving forward. And if you're looking for luxury or city comfort, this isn't the truck for you. But if what you want is a machine that truly knows what real work means, then keep listening. Inside, the Mahindra Global Pik-Up 2025 maintains the same line of work and functionality. No unnecessary luxuries. It has wide doors that allow easy access, materials that resist all kinds of abuse, and a design that's clearly focused on what really matters, working regardless of conditions. The seats, while firm, are comfortable even on the longest trips, and if you're someone who gets muddy, climbs in with work boots, tools, or simply work clothes, don't worry. Everything is built to handle it. So what do we have here? The Mahindra Global Pik-Up 2025 isn't a luxury truck or one of those made to be parked in front of expensive restaurants. This beast is designed for those who will actually use it, for those who don't settle for basic, for those who understand that true durability isn't measured in luxury, but in resistance and functionality. Let's start with what you really need. The dashboard of the Mahindra Global Pik-Up 2025 has no room for those luxury controls or touchscreens that freeze up with dust. You know what you have here? Large physical controls, perfect for using with gloves or hands dirty from hard work. Because friends, this truck is designed for people who get their hands dirty, not for those who keep them in the air like they're about to write on a chalkboard. But don't think it's outdated. Despite being rugged, it has just what's necessary to keep you connected. Central screen compatible with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, USB ports, 5G connectivity on higher versions, and even surround sound with active noise reduction. Yes, you heard that right. Active noise reduction, so you can talk hands-free without having to shout like a street vendor. And if that wasn't enough, you get a backup camera, basic sensors, simple navigation systems, and semi-automatic parking assistance on top versions. It doesn't bring unnecessary luxury or excess. What it brings is just what's needed, no more, no less. And speaking of what really matters, utility. This Mahindra Global Pik-Up 2025 handles more than 1,000 kilograms without breaking a sweat. It has a rigid rear axle with leaf springs and is designed for constant abuse. Rocks, potholes, overloads, destroyed roads. This truck doesn't complain, doesn't get tired, and doesn't break. That's why it's already being used in mining, agriculture, and rural construction, where other brands simply break on the first attempt. No crying sensors or decorations to make it look pretty. What you have here is pure brute force and reliability. It's that simple. This is a pickup that knows what it's doing. It's made to work, not to be a runway model. Now, what happens under the hood? This is where this Mahindra becomes a true monster. 2.2-litre turbo diesel engine with 170 horsepower and up to 500 Newton-meters of torque in the most equipped versions. And no, these aren't just numbers to impress on paper. These figures are designed for real abuse, for those broken roads, steep climbs, mud up to the doors, and zero delicate sensors. And if you're wondering about the transmission, here you also have options. You can choose between manual or automatic, both 6-speed, so no matter how you like to drive, this Mahindra has you covered. Get ready to feel like the king of the road. This truck is a clear example that you don't always need luxury to be a champion. You know what makes it special? It's not what it has extra, but what it lacks. No unnecessary gadgets, no filler, just what you really need to face whatever comes your way. This truck comes in two versions, 4x2 and 4x4 with transfer case. The best part? It's perfect for dealing with ditches, climbing rocks, and even towing up to 3 tons without breaking a sweat. So no, it won't beat you at the traffic light, because that's not what this beast does. It accelerates from 0 to 100 in 12 seconds. But don't worry, that doesn't define it. What really matters is that it's built not to break in places where others simply fail. And if we talk about fuel consumption, it's not an efficiency machine like a sedan, but it gives you about 9 kilometers per liter in the city and up to 13 kilometers per liter on the highway if you're not too loaded. It's not the most efficient engine in the world, but for being a 4x4 turbo diesel with this level of power and endurance, trust me, the fuel expense is totally justified. And while it might sound cliche, if you're looking for reliability, what this truck does is demonstrate what others cannot. Now, do you want to know what makes it really special? It's not just a work beast, it's also safer than most others. Its body-on-frame chassis reinforced with high-strength steel is designed to meet demanding Euro NCAP and IIHS crash standards. But that's not all, because the Mahindra Global Pik-Up 2025 comes equipped with adaptive terrain traction control, 360-degree camera, 6 airbags, hill descent assist, ABS and EBD, and in some versions, you get Level 2 semi-autonomous assistance. That means perimeter sensors, automatic braking, and a ton of technology so that safety is more than just a word in the manual. And while many only hear the name Mahindra and think it's some weird brand, the reality is that in Africa, India, and Australia, they already consider it a mechanical workhorse. It doesn't have those marketing awards they sell us in every TV commercial, but it has something more valuable: respect earned in the mud. If what you're looking for is a truck without so many decorations but powerful and reliable, then this Mahindra is your ideal companion. Now here's where Mahindra breaks the price board. For less than $29,000, you get a 4x4 turbo diesel with transfer case and reinforced chassis. And when you start comparing, how much does a base Toyota Tacoma cost? Double that, friend. And regarding warranty, it's 3 years or 100,000 kilometers, which is more than decent for a work vehicle. Plus, parts are much cheaper than Japanese ones, although there's still some limited coverage in Latin America. If Mahindra establishes an official network in countries like Mexico, Colombia, or Argentina, this truck could devour the work pickup market. Can you imagine? This isn't a joke. This Mahindra Global Pickup 2025 isn't coming to make friends. It's coming to break molds and make it clear that there's something more than traditional brands. Now think about it carefully. Would you dare to leave aside your Toyota or Ford for an Indian Mahindra that costs half and endures twice as much? I ask you, do you still believe that expensive is always better? Or have you realized that sometimes real value is in what others don't tell you? Because what's clear is that this Mahindra is delivering a lot for less, and there are no excuses not to give it a chance. But I want to know what you think. Tell me in the comments below if you'd be willing to make the switch. I want to read each of your comments and respond to them because I love interacting with you. And if you liked this raw, direct and unfiltered content where we're not selling brands but the pure truth of the market, then subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything that's coming. As always, I'll be leaving hearts in the comments for the most active ones.